well. She was ahead 0-2 here on Champ. Pretty standard setup for the infield. Kind of double play depth. If they can get a hard ground ball off of Champ, they're going to try to turn two, and if not, just trade outs for a run. Corner's playing a little even with the bag. Third baseman Bo Champ is sneaking up a little bit. And the 0-2 pitch from Medlin. Fouled back. Champ is way out in front of both of them. Thank you. As the pitcher's mom just brought us waters. Thank you, Crystal. Ooh, just misses. Throw down as the runner at first is stealing and was tagged out, but the ball came out of shortstop Amber Rodriguez's glove. So Aguilar will get down there. It does count as a stolen base, even though she was out in the throw by Burnside. It was in plenty of time, but Rodriguez does not squeeze it. So 1-2 pitch by Medlin, just misses inside, goes to 2-2. So the Blazers have runners at second and third with one out here. Anytime I see a runner at third, less than 2 outs, I always think about our good friend, former University of Alabama baseball coach Barry Schallenberger, as he writes different articles on the game. And what to do when you're at third, less than 2 outs on a ground ball. You better have a plan. If it's hit to the right side, you're going typically for the ball. What if it's hit just to the left of the third baseman? Do you take off immediately? So you got to have a plan. So we'll see third base coach Justin Scholl and Lindsey Ryan have discussed that. And just speak of the devil right there. Little nuances of the game. And as these girls get older and progress through their high school career, these are the things that you need to have in mind as you keep developing as a high school softball player. So full count. Champ stays alive. She's way out in these foul balls. She's way out in front, 3 or 4 of them. And thank you everybody that just started following us. I didn't really check their names since we're doing the game here. I'll check in between innings, but typically at the beginning of games, it's people in the stands with friends and family that they've told from both sides, so we appreciate that. I'll get the Facebook page up here in a second. And Medlin battles and gets a strikeout of Champ. Huge strikeout with 2 runners in scoring position here in the top of the first. So now 2 outs. Second baseman Peyton Shaw. Looks like junior Peyton Shaw. As Medlin got a big second out there. That ball inside hits her spot on the inside black. Gets ahead 0-1, excuse me. And you're watching Class 2A high school softball here in Stream Live Tampa. Sarasota Christian at Seffner Christian, and the Blazers are threatening here in the top of the first. Big swing by Scholl. Misses that one. Peyton Scholl and her sister, Reese Scholl, daughters of head coach Justin Scholl. He was telling us before the game, it's their first year playing. They're basketball players helping out their school program. And you can kind of see it a little bit on that swing, but you can also see that she's an athlete and how hard she swings. But she falls behind 1-2, takes a very close pitch there on an 0-2 count. So Carly Medlin for the Crusaders goes high. Scholl takes. They go 2-2 now. Lindsey Ryan at third. She reached on an error by the first baseman in the first at-bat of the game. And Izzy Aguilar at second. She got a base hit and then got a gift of a stolen base. And Scholl swings, fouls that one back. I wonder what the over-under is on how many balls go back into those woods.
Contact. Here we go, 4. Come on, Peyton. Let's go, Carly. Good eye. Good eye. Full count, right? Full count.
So Medlin now, after being ahead 0-2, now has the count go full on her against Peyton Shaw, second baseman for Sarasota Christian. And just misses low. Great at bat for Peyton Shaw for being such a new player. But if you're an athlete and you compete, you know how to play different sports, and so it's nice to see it, an athlete like that coming off the basketball court. Now this is going to be Madison Collins, center fielder for the Blazers. I think I'm going to say the nicknames more Blazers and Crusaders instead of Sarasota Christian, Seffner Christian. That's a mouthful, even though we are here at Seffner Christian Academy. In the metropolis of Seffner, Florida, just east of Tampa in the greater Brandon area, and for anybody watching out of Market. Medlin goes high and Collins swings and misses. So bases loaded for the Blazers. Again, we'll hop on the Facebook page, see anybody that's making comments and who's watching. Already we got quite a few viewers here. Another pitch by Medlin is a swing and a miss by Collins. In Class 2A, high school softball here on a late Monday afternoon on Stream Live Tampa. Medlin goes up high, misses, and glad we were able to finally get over here to Seffner Christian. Goes high again and misses. 2-2. To answer Josh Pickard, who is watching age group, this is high school softball. Class 2A high school softball here outside of Tampa. Burnside tried to put that one on a platter for the home plate umpire, but it's called a ball and it's full count now. Everybody will be moving. Full count, bases loaded, 2 outs. Runners will be going on as soon as it comes out of Medlin's hand. And Medlin misses in the dirt. So bases loaded walk. Ryan will score. Early 1-0 Blazers lead. Aguilar goes to third, Scholl to second. And this will bring up Peyton Scholl's younger sister, Reese, freshman first baseman. And you can see the center field camera back up. Glad to have that, as we fortunately did not have that last Thursday at Robinson High School. But we have that again. We'll have it again tomorrow night when we're at Strawberry Crest. Medlin in their first pitch strike. Bases loaded for the Blazers here in the first. So thank you everybody watching. A couple comments already. Swing and a miss by Reese Scholl. And Medlin battles back with a 3-pitch strikeout there. But 1 run in on 1 hit, 3 left. We go to the middle of the first, 1-0 Sarasota Christian, and the Crusaders. Host team Crusaders are coming up with Burnside, Terry, and Rodriguez. Can you hear that? Yeah, we're back here in Stream Live Tampa. We're going to the bottom of the first. Blaze versus Sarasota Christian got one in the top. We want to take this moment to thank Athletic Director D. Franks. Met him before the game today. Head coach Mike Cates. They are very, very gracious host and having Stream Live Tampa here at Seffner Christian Academy. I know we did a baseball game for Sal Giardina last spring, just down across the way here in the complex. So we want to thank everybody, especially those two gentlemen here at Seffner Christian Academy. As Anna Burnside, junior catcher, leading off for Seffner Christian, having a monster start to her junior year for the Crusaders. Takes the first pitch from Izzy Aguilar, senior pitcher for Sarasota Christian. Takes a little bit off of that one, falls behind 2-0 on Burnside. Shelly Thompson is watching Force. Shelly Durant softball parent. We'll see her tomorrow night for the Durant Strawberry Crest game as Burnside takes a 2-0 pitch off the left calf and will take first base. Brings up left fielder Kate Terry. Mark Shields watching from Newark. Looks like Newark, Illinois? Or is it in New Jersey? SEIL. Looks like Illinois. I'm watching granddaughter Lily Shields for Sarasota Christian. So we appreciate everybody watching. Feel free to chime in. We'll give you a shout out. We haven't looked at Twitter or YouTube yet. That was just Facebook. Burnside goes in the first pitch, steals second easily. Right away, Seffner Christian has a runner in scoring position, down 1-0 here in the first, as you're seeing the wizardry of the fingertips of Javier Nunez with the 6 camera angles and the high quality production that we try to have when we're at games. Again, this is Class 2A high school softball here in Seffner, Florida. Not just one camera on the backstop when you watch us. So it's now 2-0 on Terry. That was 3-0, excuse me. 4-pitch walk. Makes it now first and second. Another one having a good start to her junior season is shortstop Amber Rodriguez. Burnside Rodriguez have been the two big bats. Of course, Jared, we're so happy to have the center field camera back. It's great here. Low fence. It's a really good angle. And the scoreboard keeper here, I think, went to the concession stand. So we're okay. I keep a book, but it's nice to have backup looking out at the scoreboard. We got 1-1 here on Amber Rodriguez. Again, Izzy Aguilar in the circle for Sarasota Christian. Swing hard. Klinger was in good position in the 5-6, so I thought off the bat it was going to get into the outfield, but she was sneaking over a little bit to her right. Again, that is a 7th grader. Kudos to her for playing varsity softball regardless of class. Makes a good stop. Burnside will score from second on that one. As soon as that got by Klinger, Burnside didn't hesitate, got around third, and head coach Mike Cates knows his players. Being here for the 7th year at Seffner Christian.
Be ready out there.
It is 1-1. Still first and second. Senior first baseman Mackenzie Kosis up for the Crusaders. The count is 1-2 now, 2-2. And scoreboard keeper's back. So 1-1 ball game here in the bottom of the first. No outs yet. And still first and second. Full count now on first baseman Mackenzie Kosis.
Where you going with the ball? Think about where you're going. Yeah.
Way out in front, Kosis. And they had a double steal on at the same time. Heads up base running there, but for the Crusaders getting 2 runners in scoring position. But Aguilar records her first out on a strikeout of Kosis, brings up Madison Artall, right fielder for the Crusaders. Carl Harrison, thank you for watching. Again, this is just Facebook that we're seeing. We haven't had a chance to look at Twitter.
Hey, James, we're squeezing those, okay?
So swing and a miss there. Count goes to 1-1 on Artall. Izzy Aguilar, and she gets a pop-up, and that was an adventure. Being at this field as much as I have in the summer and fall with our game-time softball program, these foul territories are extremely tight. If you're coaching third base, and Mike Cates is not a short person, he's a tall man, there's not a lot of room to move. And that ball's coming right at us, Kyle. Ooh, almost got one. So third baseman Lindsey Ryan had to not only go around the base runner who's standing on third, but in and around head coach Mike Cates of the Crusaders, but ball fell foul. So now 1-2, now it goes to 2-2 on Artall, excuse me. Ooh, and another hit by pitch from Aguilar. So she's hit 2 batters this inning and a walk, has given up a run, has got bases loaded behind her. 1 out brings up third baseman Cadence Beauchamp. First pitch in there for a strike. Today's pitcher, Carly Medlin, is on deck, and you just can't stand anywhere near the batter's box here. So she's way down there by the dugout, basically. Beauchamp way ahead on that pitch. 2 outs, or 2 strikes on her. And a low strike is given right there to Aguilar. So that's a big strikeout. Brings up pitcher Carly Medlin. Leads the Crusaders in RBIs this year. Had a really fast start. And she plays some outfield for Seffner Christian. So she'll come up here with bases loaded. And again, with the tight foul territory, it's even smaller behind the dish back there. I think the home plate umpire steps back and he's going to be sitting on the scorekeeper's table. So any ball, pass ball, wild pitch is going to come right back to the catcher.
Nice.
Inside there on Medlin, 2-0. Okay, we're here at Seffner Christian Academy outside Tampa, Florida, in Seffner. Class 2A high school softball action on a late Monday afternoon here in March. And that misses inside. Now 3-0 on Medlin. No place to put her. Not a good situation for Aguilar right here. Bases loaded. And a 3-0 count on her counterpart in the circle today, Carly Medlin. Swing, 3-0 green light. Drills one down the third baseline. No place. I don't know how it didn't hit anybody. Good job by Kate Terry, who's the base runner at third, to make sure she's in foul territory in any line drive there, instead of being on the line or inside. Big difference if you get hit. If you're in foul, it's a foul ball. If you're on the line or inside, you're out. So Medlin will come back again. Takes that one, hits the backstop. It doesn't matter, it's ball 4. Second run is in for the Crusaders, now up 2-1. Brings up center fielder Jalen Friedman. as it's now a 2-1 Crusader lead here in the first. And she drills that one down the left field line, and it is out but foul. And almost hit the pretty green and white umbrella down there. Sure, she knows that that ball came real close to hitting her umbrella. Oh. So 1-1. Jalen Friedman trying to add to it. A 1-2 from Aguilar. We're not counting pitches here. We don't even have that on our software or anything. That ball is driven into right field. This is a short deck here. Big play by right fielder Sam Mitchell to help the Blazers get out of that one. But 2 runs in for Seffner Christian. They leave 3 on. And on no hits in that inning. And we comment on this all the time. You can never predict it, but you always see it the first batter of the next inning. You usually see it seems like. Good play there by right fielder Sam Mitchell to end the Crusader threat in the bottom of the first, and of course she now leads off here in the top of the second. And I believe she's an 8th grader. So a couple middle school aged players for Sarasota Christian in the starting lineup. The other one is shortstop Ashton Klinger, who's in 7th grade, and this is an 8th grader, Sam Mitchell. Leading off the second for the Blazers, down 2-1 to Seffner Christian. Sophomore Carly Medlin, first pitch in the dirt, good stop by Burnside.
Yeah, Shaquille. Come on, right at the letters, baby. Like you mean it, 1-3, like you mean it. Let's go, baby. Hit it 1-3, hit it 1-3, hit it 1-3, hit it 1-3.
Mitchell waved and gave a great facial reaction to that. Again, Medlin sometimes, maybe 5 pitches a game, will have a little bit of steam on it, but she doesn't do it very often. And Mitchell was way behind on that one. 1-1. But Medlin has always been able to hit her spots. She had a little rough first inning, but got out of it, only giving up 1 run. And now has a 2-1 lead here in the top of the second. And Mitchell knocks it right back to Medlin. Steps and throws, first out of the inning. Brings up freshman Lily Shields, whose grandfather is watching from Newark, either Illinois or New Jersey. Maybe you can correct that, sir. But again, with being able to live stream games, we get a lot of people from around the country watching their nephews, granddaughters, grandsons, nieces, what have you. We've had people watch from Ohio, Hawaii, Wisconsin. First pitch swinging way out in front. Again, Medlin's going to help herself, see if she can have all three of them hit back to her in this inning. That is now 2 outs, 2 quick outs. Goes back to the top of the order, third baseman Lindsey Ryan.
Come on, baby. Come on, A.
So 2 outs here in the second. Medlin is going to have less than 5 pitches. That was why I paused there. First pitch swinging by Ryan, grounds out third baseman Beauchamp, and just like that, they barely even broke a sweat. No runs, no hits, nobody left. I think it was a 4-pitch inning for Medlin. 2-1, Seffner Christian. And late Monday afternoon action here on Stream Live Tampa. As we come back here in the bottom of the second, I did forget at the beginning, sometimes we'll cut our mics. I don't think there's walk-up songs here, but in between innings, sometimes there's music played we can't have played because of copyright licensing laws that we don't have the rights to. So we go back into the bottom of the second. Mark Shields, thank you, in Illinois. And another PSA we will throw out there is it is a very hot day here today, and this is technology out in the open. So sometimes maybe the picture will freeze at times, but we always get it back up. That's due to the heat. So anything that we, anytime we do a game, we always make sure we have, if Wi-Fi and or weather permit. So we do have a weak Wi-Fi signal here, but we're doing a pretty good job staying live. And with the heat and things like that, with the equipment, sometimes they overheat, and so we have to switch cameras and switch roles at times. So leadoff batter here in the second, Peyton Aldridge, second baseman for Seffner Christian, is ahead 3-1 on Aguilar. 2-1 Crusader lead. A lot of these batters are way out in front. They just sit back and let it come to them, keep their hands back, and they can drive. Way out in front again on that one. She took a little bit off on that. Good job by Aguilar. Big first out of the inning here in the second. The strikeout of Aldridge back to the top of the order, and better be careful here with Anna Burnside. Catcher Anna Burnside takes the first pitch in there. She got hit by a pitch to lead off the game for the Crusaders in the first and end up scoring. First run of the game for Seffner Christian as they have a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the second. Great swing there by Burnside. Fouls that one down the left field line. So 1 out here for senior Izzy Aguilar. And you're watching on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Kept that one up, drills it into left, base hit for Burnside. Stays hot, ball is overthrown to second. Burnside does not hesitate, gets into 2. So that good was a base hit, A single to left and will reach second on the throwing error by the left fielder.
Lily, get your cut.
Left fielder Kate Terry coming up. She walked and scored as well in the first inning. She comes up here with Burnside at second, 1 out here in the second.
Going.
Ball gets away.
No.
2-0 now on Terry. As we're bouncing from camera to camera. And waiting for the sun to completely go down and get more cloud cover here. So we can have every camera up and running and not be overheated. 3-0 now on Terry. Burnside down at third. 1 out.
Oh, Pete, you back up that throw.
4-pitch walk. Puts Terry at 1. Brings up Amber Rodriguez, shortstop. Drives that one right up the gut. That'll score 1. Terry doesn't even hesitate, gets the third. Now 3-1 Crusader lead on the RBI base hit by Amber Rodriguez. Brings up first baseman Mackenzie Kosis. Crusaders threatening again. The two big bats, Burnside and Rodriguez. You can tell by their swings.
Hey, get the ball back quick.
A lot more experience than many of the players on this field. As Rodriguez gets the 2, now 2 runners in scoring position for the Crusaders. So senior Izzy Aguilar trying to, that ball is fair. Down the third base line. Past Ryan, there'll be 2 runs will score on the double by Kosis, a 2-run double. Makes it now 5-1 Seffner Christian here in the second. So a couple hard hit balls, 3 hard hit balls by Burnside, Rodriguez, and Kosis. And actually those are the first 3 hits of the game, all in this inning for Seffner Christian. First pitch high, fouls back by Artal. She also got hit by a pitch in the first inning.
Aren't you usually spinning around in circles?
So I want to thank everybody watching, commenting on Facebook. Checked a little bit on Twitter. Have not had a chance to check YouTube. We will check that soon as we're getting some overheated cameras and we're bouncing around from one to the other, and I think audio has not been affected. So audio has been pretty consistent as Technical Director Javier Nunez is making sure what you're seeing is up and running and not stalling. So a 5-1 Crusader lead here in the second. As they are still batting and threatening with less than 2 outs here. Ooh, and a excuse me swing from Artal. Drop third strike, and it hits the runner. She'll reach home plate. Umpire is going to call her out. So they'll call her out. So basically, it's the same as a strikeout as it was. But the runner at second will advance to third, Mackenzie Kosis. Now 2 outs. Brings up third baseman Caden's Beauchamp. You can see a good look at it there. That was a good camera angle there, Kavi. But we didn't get the actual shot. But that's what happened. Swing and a miss. The drop, third strike. She tried to advance to first by rule. Catcher goes to throw it and hits her, but she was inside the baseline. So she's same as a swing and a miss on the third strike. That ball's hit to shortstop Klinger. She's going to have to hurry. And they call it, get her out. Good play by 7th grader Ashton Klinger. So it keeps it relatively minimal damage. I know they got 4 in that inning, so it's 5-1 Seffner Christian at the end of 2 here at Seffner Christian Academy. So we come back here at Seffner Christian Academy, 5-1 now Crusaders as we head to the 3rd. Make sure everybody is aware, we had said at the beginning, before the beginning of the game, due to the Wi-Fi here, the bad Wi-Fi, that's why everything is freezing. Our equipment is fairly cool. It's not overheating, it's just the Wi-Fi signal. So what will happen is this game will be, as all games, on our YouTube channel. So subscribe for free at Stream Live Tampa. That'll be on there after this game. I think audio is still on, but for now we're live and we're good. But if it does freeze, that's why, because we tried to pick up a Wi-Fi signal that is very weak in this area. But nonetheless, show must go on. Good swing there. Good play by shortstop Amber Rodriguez to get the first out. It was a good swing by Ashton Klinger. I'll tell you, the 7th grader's been scrappy. It was a good swing on that and a good play to end that last inning. Somehow the cameraman down there thought he could be on the field. And the umpires made sure he knew he couldn't. He had a heavy-duty camera, though. It's just still a shot camera. I'm not sure why he thought he could be in foul territory, which is already tight enough as it is, and on the field of play. Take pictures. So he's now behind third base, behind the fence, up on, looks like cinder blocks or something. Anyhow, that's why we had a stoppage in play. So 1 out now. Brings up pitcher Izzy Aguilar, who bats left-handed. She's a right-handed pitcher, but bats left-handed. She singled and stole second back in the 1st. We are here in the top of the 3rd, 5-1 Seffner Christian. And another swing, base hit to the right side. We got a chance for a 9-3. And we, right when my mic goes out, that is a 9-3 in the book. So base umpire called her out on the ground ball to the right fielder. And us baseball, softball geeks get excited about a potential 9-3 in the book. It was a hard hit ball by Aguilar, but a good job by right fielder Madison to come up throwing as soon as she got it. She was called out, but first base coach for Sarasota Christian appealed for some help from the home plate umpire, and it is decided that she is still out. So 9-3 in the book. You don't see it often, Jarrett. If you're still watching and listening, you know you're just as excited as me. So 2 outs now. Catcher Jana Shamp is up. Medlin goes up top there, misses. She's got 2 outs again, 2 quick outs just like the last inning. She's got a 5-1 lead behind her. It's in there for a strike. And there's a base hit into left field for Jana Shamp. Good swing. That ball gets past the second baseman. Shamp caught herself in no man's land right there with the ball coming by her. She gets awfully excited. But almost made a bad base running mistake there. But nonetheless, a 2-out single brings up Peyton Shaw, who walked back in the first. Burnside is not your typical Class 2A catcher. I'll just leave it at that. Carly Medlin with the pitch. 1-0, 1-1. There's another big swing by Peyton Shaw again. Inexperienced softball player coming over from the basketball court to help her school's softball team. And you could tell a little raw, but very athletic swing. But she gets ahead of Medlin here, 2-1. So now 2-2 on Peyton Shaw. It stays alive, just like an athlete would. I didn't hear head coach Justin Scholl, but just by watching him talk to his daughter Peyton there in that brief timeout that Anna Burnside went out to talk to her pitcher, looked like he was showing her the knob of the bat, like make sure you swing that first instead of the barrel first. Medlin against Scholl. Takes it. The runner's going to be going now. Full count, 2 outs. Again, Mark Shields, thank you for clarifying that it's Illinois. I thought so. It looked like an IL. It just came up funny on my end. So runner's going to be going as soon as it leaves Medlin's hand. And Scholl takes that one for a strike 3, and it would have been a strike him out, throw him out, but you can only have 3 outs in an inning. And at the end of 2.5, it is still 5-1. Seffner Christian. So make sure you follow us on Twitter @StreamLiveTampa. Retweet us, like us, I had a DM from a local college coach asking about Stream Live Tampa possibility, so I'll get in touch with him after the game and talk about another opportunity to have. So please retweet and like us if you can on Facebook. Like, share. Our Facebook page is Stream Live Tampa, and then most especially on YouTube, you can subscribe for free. I believe we're over 1,200 subscribers now. You can watch on YouTube, whether it's live here, and it'll always be all of our games. You can go back and see games that we did last week, week 4, back to last summer. We did some high school basketball here this season, this school year. But we're doing a lot of high school baseball and softball. We, as you know, anybody that's watching Stream Live Tampa, we are fans of both these sports for many reasons. And a lot of the high school coaches really enjoy having us out, and it'd be great to get some even more partnerships as we are approved by the NFHS. We work with anybody that wants to advertise, be sponsors. We'll sponsor an inning, sponsor a game, anything like that. We've had some of those in the past. Did some home baseball games for Hillsborough Community College. We appreciate Javi Miranda, and athletic director over there. So as we go to the bottom of the third here, and it looks like pitcher Carly Medlin will lead off. She walked back in the first, but most importantly, she has held the Blazers to 1 run through their 3 at-bats, and she leads off here in the bottom of the third. And her Crusaders lead the game 5-1. A good pitch there by Aguilar. Even the count at 1 on Carly Medlin. This is one of 3 games that we're going to do this week. We're here at Seffner Christian Academy here on Monday. Tomorrow we're going to be at Strawberry Crest down the road off 92 for Durant and Strawberry Crest softball. And then Saturday we'll have high school baseball, Hillsborough at Leonard High School. As Medlin had a funny look on her face on that call, that second strike call makes the count go full for Aguilar. So full count pitch. Goes outside, took a little off of it. Not a bad pitch, but a good eye by Medlin. Her second walk of the game. Brings up Jalen Friedman, the center fielder. 5-1 Crusaders here in the third. That ball hits Friedman. So Medlin will advance to second. That is the third hit batter in the game for pitcher Izzy Aguilar. Now the second baseman Peyton Aldridge struck out in the second. Now comes up with in a big spot here in the third. Already up 5-1. 2 runners on, no outs. First pitch swinging, pops up. It goes to a spot that falls. Not quite sure the shortstop knew she could go away over there, but she had room. Nonetheless, it's a strike in the book. So 0-1, first pitch strike for Aguilar. It's starting to get a little, not only cloudier, a little bit darker. That one falls in front of Peyton Shaw over to Reese Shaw. Those are not easy plays, those little nubbers off the end of a right-handed batter's bat. But it does advance both runners. Good job by Peyton Shaw to stay down on that one and at least get the out. So we go back to the top of the order, and a couple of the bats are coming up, and Burnside, Terry, and Rodriguez. Burnside has reached base twice on a hit getting hit and a base hit and scored both times. She is the statistical leader of this team. And again, not your average Class 2A softball catcher or player. Medlin, oh, really gets lucky. That is not a good attempt at a slide. I think she got that from her father, Tommy. And Dave Carney, if he's watching, he's loving that one. The ball came back, so it's a ball. Medlin will score. And another drive down the left field line will fall. RBI base hit. There goes a base hit. Another misplay by the left fielder on the cut coming in, or at least to throw it into the second base. So Medlin had already scored in the last play. Friedman scores there. RBI base hit for Anna Burnside, goes to second on the error. It is now 7-1, just like that, Crusaders, and we're in the bottom of the third, still one out. And Kate Terry coming up, walked and singled and scored both times.
Out of play.
Terry fouls that pitch off from Aguilar. So 0-1 on Kate Terry. We get Burnside at second with one out here in the third. Ball driven into center. It looks like it's going to fall. Does fall. Burnside had to hold because in case it was caught, she couldn't take off. So she just advances to third on the high blooping base hit from Kate Terry, her second one. She's 2 for 2 on the day. Amber Rodriguez coming up next. RBI base hit in the second and also scored. Has a chance to add to her total here. She's another one of the big statistical leaders, Burnside and Rodriguez, early on. There's a base hit. No, good play by Klinger. Had a chance to get to, but gets the lead runner at second or behind the runner at third. Gives up a run, takes an out. Good trade there. Blazers just need to get some outs right now and get back to with the bats in their hand. But so a runner scores, Burnside will score. Rodriguez reaches on the fielder's choice. 8-1. Crusaders 2 outs. Good pick right there in the turn by Reese Scholl to get out of it. But 3 runs come across again for the Crusaders. It's now 8-1. As we come back here to the fourth inning, 8-1 now. Seffner Christian. Each team has substituted a player into their lineup. We'll acknowledge those players when we get to that spot in the order. And leading off here is center fielder Madison Collins. As Carly Medlin, after the kind of shaky first inning, only gave up 1 run, but had 4 runners reach base, has really settled down the last 2 innings. And she gets a swinging strike there to even the count at 1. So 1-1 pitch for Medlin. This is way up high. Collins reached on a walk in the first and was stranded. Hits that one on the ground. Medlin always fields her position well. And gets the first out. So here we go. It'll be Reese Scholl. So 1 out here in the top of the fourth, 8-1 Crusaders, and then first baseman Reese Scholl will come up. She struck out, swinging back in the first. Swinging at that first pitch.
You got it, Bird.
Medlin misses high. 1-1 on Scholl. And Medlin gets ahead there, 1-2. That'll be strikeout number 4 in the day for Carly Medlin. 2 outs again. She's getting 2 quick outs in each of the last 3 innings. Brings it right fielder Sam Mitchell. 8-1 Crusaders. Again, you're watching Stream Live Tampa on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Mitchell hits that one hard, but right at the left fielder, Kate Terry. The 8th grader for the Blazers, Sam Mitchell, made a good play in right field earlier in the game and then hits that one hard. But we will go to the bottom of the 4th, 8-1 Crusaders. And we're getting close to the 10-run rule. Part of the game, again, for us. Okay, we go back here to the bottom of the fourth. We have a new pitcher, just an even swap, shortstop and pitcher. But I don't know, I was just talking with the scorekeeper for Sarasota Christian. I'm a big fan of kids getting opportunities to play up. This is the 7th grader for Sarasota Christian. Ashton Klinger. Aguilar will now go to short. And leading off here for Seffner Christian is the right fielder, Madison Tall. So Klinger now, this is her first inning of work here. Gets behind 2-0 on Tall. You know, just this situation right here. I mean, Madison Tall is a senior. She's got 2 seniors to start out against. And she hits the first one. So first batter is on Tall. Brings up third baseman Cadence Beauchamp. She gets hit too. These are pitches that are just kind of getting away from Klinger on the inside. They're nothing really horrible. You could tell as she keeps pitching, she'll be able to hit her spot. She's not even phased by hitting these two, and it's fantastic to see. So nonetheless, she's in a battle here. Carly Medlin now, the pitcher for Seffner Christian, has walked twice. Going into the game, she is leading the Crusaders in RBIs and swinging at the first pitch. Maybe a little questionable to do that in the massive glove that I'm just now noticing that Izzy Aguilar has coming in from short. She had the thing wide open. Oh my. Looked like a Cesta and highlight coming in. Look big out there for Klinger. So now 1 out, runners at first and second. Jalen Friedman up, buzzing the tower there for Klinger. So this is an interesting inning here. We got a new pitcher. She works very quickly. Probably good, so she doesn't even realize the moment, but she's not fazed by anything. So, and arguably, the team plays better when she pitches, from what I hear. That ball is driving into right. It's going to hang up just in front of the fence. Tall will tag from second to get the third, but that's the second out. So now runners at the corners, 2 outs. Brings up Peyton Aldridge, the second baseman for Seffner Christian. This So we got Peyton Aldridge. Now behind 2-0 on Klinger. He's the quick working pitcher. Gets Aldridge the foul one back. She hits her spot inside, now 2-2. Runner at first. Cadence Beauchamp has not gone. Even in a first and third situation with a 7-run lead, sitting tight. Great changeup there by Klinger. Good job by Klinger. No runs in. First time of the day that Sarasota Christian has left. As we move to the 5th, still 8-1 Seffner Christian. Carly Medlin still in the circle for the Crusaders as they come off the first inning that they did not score. So we got a couple changes. New catcher in the game is Teddy Cardona in for Anna Burnside. I believe Shannon Kendall. Yeah, Shannon Kendall is at short for Amber Rodriguez. First pitch by Medlin, swing and a miss. This is a pinch hitter, I believe, as well. Kate LeClaire now in the game for the Blazers. So 1-1 pitch for Medlin coming up here as she faces the pinch hitter, Kate LeClaire. Fouls one down the third base line. And strikeout there of LeClaire. 5th of the game for, oh, yep, it is strikeout. Okay. So say I had 1-2 before that pitch. So LeClaire strikes out, swing, go back to the top of the order. Third baseman Lindsey Ryan reached on an error and scored, and has also grounded out the third. So 1 out here in the 5th, 8-1 Crusaders as we're at Seffner Christian Academy. Ground ball in the hole. Nice try by Kendall at short. But gets into left field for a base hit for Lindsey Ryan. Now we've got, started at short, now the pitcher, Ashton Klinger. 0 for 2 on the game. Easy stolen base for Ryan.
RBI out there for you, one. RBI out there. Here we go. Find a gap and run for it, one. Find you a gap, Ash. Here we go. Come on, Trustin. Here we go, Ash.
Medlin gets that one in there to even the count at 1. So 1 out here in the 5th. Runner at second for the Blazers. Ball popped up. Second baseman squeezes that one. Peyton Aldridge with the out there. So now 2 outs. Brings up who started in the circle. Now shortstop, Izzy Aguilar. 1 for 2 at a base hit in the first.
Good at bats today. Really good at bats. Elevate 1 here, 12. Nice job. Good eye.
Medlin misses outside.
Come on, 12. Elevate 1 today. Elevate 1, 12. Elevate 1, 12. Come on, 12. Do it for the baby. Good eye. Good eye.
Now 2-0. Izzy Aguilar had a big smile on her face. Something funny was said from the dugout. Swings at that one, hits it high down the right field line, but squeezed by Tall. Aguilar hit that one hard, but 3rd out of the inning. We will go to the middle of the 5th. Still 8-1 Seffner Christian. No, I'm good. We come back here in the middle of the bottom of the fifth, 8-1 Seffner Christian. Right at the top of the order. New catcher, this looks like, yep, Teddy Cardona. Now in the game, this is their first at bat. Takes pitch high from 7th grader Ashton Klinger. In her second inning of relief for the Blazers. She falls behind 2-0 on Cardona. Again, this is the first of 3 games we're going to do this week. We'll get to those in a second as we get back to action. Ooh, that one was rolled in there, 3-0. We're here at Seffner Christian Academy today with its Class 2A high school softball matchup. 8-1 Crusaders currently. And a 4-pitch walk to Cardona. We'll bring up left fielder Kate Terry, who has a couple base hits on the game for the Crusaders. Tomorrow we will be just east of here on 92 over in Dover for Durant at Strawberry Crest, a huge district matchup, high school softball district matchup. And then on Saturday we'll be down at Ruskin for Hillsborough at Leonard for high school baseball. Cobby's giving a big fist bump because that's right down the road for him.
Ready, 1, 2. One, Ash.
So leadoff batter is on, and now she's on second, and Teddy Cardona. And it's been 6 straight balls to start out this inning for Ashton Klinger. Again, the 7th grader, the only 7th grader in the lineup today for Sarasota Christian. This is varsity softball, but it's a pre-K through 12 school, just like most of the Christian schools. Kate Terry fouled that one down the left field line. So 2-1 now on Terry. And that is a ball driven hard into right center. That'll get to the wall. Cardona will score. Terry's in there with her 3rd hit of the game. Stand up RBI double. It's now 9-1, and we're inching closer to the 10-run rule possibility. As new batter in the game now, Shannon Kendall, the new shortstop, her first at bat in the game.
You go, Ash. Get it out here.
First pitch hits. Did it hit her? I thought it hit the plate. But it does hit Kendall's toe. She'll go to first. So first and second with no outs. And first baseman Mackenzie Kosis is up. So 2-0 now, the quick draw McGraw Klinger. Now down 3-0. The runners at first and second. And 1 run already in here in the 5th. And this is high. Another walk. Terry goes to 3rd. Kendall down to 2nd. Kosa's on 1st. No outs. And coming to the plate, right fielder Madison are tall. as it's getting a little darker. Not really sunlight going away, but the clouds are getting darker. This has the feel that some sprinkles are coming, so we'll see what happens. Oh, I just felt one on my arm, Kavi. Another ball hits a toe. Another hit batter. Run scores 10-1. That is the third time today Madison Tall has been hit. Brings up senior third baseman Cadence Beauchamp with a 10-1 lead, and they need 3 outs in a row here. Sarasota Christian does, or this is an early exit. One more run for Seffner Christian, and the 10-run mercy rule comes into effect during the 5th.
Even with the bag, you got to come home with the ball. Anything in the infield, you got to go home.
And that is the ball game. Another hit batter. We are going to probably sign off here quickly because it looks like it's going to start raining and we need to get our equipment. We appreciate everybody here at Seffner Christian for hosting us, and we will be back tomorrow night, 7 o'clock from Strawberry Crest for Durant at Strawberry Crest High School softball.